and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider.
July 2023. The backlash against Ariana Grande reached saturation. 3 disclosures. 9 days. Trending cycles that lasted weeks. Comment sections turned hostile. Media coverage reached peak intensity. And Ariana Grande said nothing. No statement. No clarification. No timeline defense. Silence. That silence was not indecision.
I hope you bought the warranty. You fell in love with a toaster.
July 6, 2023. TMZ reports Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez separated. The separation occurred in January 2023, 6 months prior. That disclosure delay created the first wave of suspicion. But the report framed the split as amicable. No external factors mentioned. The information environment at this stage was curious, not hostile. Ariana's team could have issued a proactive statement. They did not. July 20th, 2023. TMZ reports Ariana is dating Ethan Slater. Slater is her Wicked co-star. He recently separated from his wife Lily J. They share an infant son. The word recently was vague. No separation date specified. No relationship start date provided. That vagueness triggered the first major backlash wave. Timeline speculation began immediately. July 21, 2023. Page 6 reports Ethan Slater filed for divorce. A source close to Lily J describes her as heartbroken and blindsided. That word blindsided crystallized the narrative. It implied causation. It positioned Ariana as the external catalyst. The backlash intensified. Ariana Grande trended on Twitter for 3 consecutive days. Late July through September 2023. Ariana remained invisible. No Instagram post addressing the controversy. No publicist statement. No interview clarifying the timeline. This was the most scrutinized period. Media coverage was saturated. Public speculation was at peak intensity. And Ariana withdrew completely. That withdrawal was strategic for 3 escalating reasons.
And everybody, including Ethan, has done the toss tonight.
Oh my God, he has.
You
He did it on beat too.
First, clarification after narrative hardening is processed as damage control, not correction. By July 21st, the dominant narrative was already set. Timeline overlap. Broken marriages. Ariana as catalyst. That narrative had algorithmic momentum. Social platforms reward early engagement. The posts that gained traction first were critical. Those posts set the interpretive frame. If Ariana had issued a statement on July 22nd, it would have been filtered through that frame. Audiences would not have processed it as new information. They would have processed it as defensive response. And defensive responses in high-intensity backlash cycles confirm guilt rather than disprove it. Second, public statements require precision that is structurally impossible in ambiguous situations. If Ariana's team had issued a timeline clarification, it would have needed exact dates. When did she and Dalton actually separate? When did Ethan and Lily J separate? When did the relationship with Ethan begin? Any ambiguity in those dates would have been exploited. Any gap would have been filled with hostile assumption. And if the dates were precise but contradicted emotional narrative, the backlash would have intensified. Because precision that contradicts feeling is rejected as fabrication, not fact. The information environment was not structured for clarification. It was structured for judgment. Entering that environment meant accepting judgment as the outcome regardless of what was said. Third, silence deprives outrage cycles of the fuel they require to sustain. Digital outrage is not self-generating. It requires content. New statements. New photos. New angles to dissect. If the subject keeps providing material, the cycle perpetuates indefinitely. If the subject withdraws, the cycle either escalates into conspiracy or exhausts itself through repetition. Ariana's team bet on exhaustion. By late August, the trending cycles had slowed. The backlash was still circulating but no longer dominating. Engagement metrics on negative posts declined. The decay curve had begun. That decay was not forgiveness. It was attention fatigue. And attention fatigue creates the operational space for narrative replacement. What people miss is that silence is not passive. It is active deprivation. Ariana's team understood that in high-velocity media environments engagement is oxygen. Every statement feeds the fire. Every clarification extends the burn. Silence suffocates. Without new material, audiences cannot sustain attention. Not because they forgive, because they exhaust themselves. Interest decay is faster than perception change. The goal was never to change minds. The goal was to outlast attention spans. Early September 2023. Ariana re-emerged. But only in professional contexts. Wicked-related press. Set photos. Industry interviews. No personal narrative. No timeline discussion. Just work. Professional re-emergence served two functions. It provided alternative narrative infrastructure that replaced rather than addressed the scandal. And it signaled that the personal controversy would never be addressed. That signal was critical. It told audiences that waiting for a statement was pointless. Either accept the ambiguity or move on. Most moved on. Here is the contrarian interpretation. Addressing the controversy directly would have worsened the backlash instead of containing it. If Ariana had issued a detailed timeline defense in late July, three outcomes were structurally inevitable. First, the timeline would have been forensically scrutinized. Any gap or ambiguity would have been amplified as evidence of deception. Second, the statement would have been interpreted as narrative manipulation. She was trying to rewrite what happened. Third, the statement would have extended the news cycle by giving media outlets new angles to cover. The controversy would have lasted weeks longer. That narrative was emotionally coherent. It had algorithmic momentum. It had social proof through mass engagement. A clarifying statement would not have dismantled that structure. It would have been absorbed into it, processed as denial, reinterpreted as confirmation. The only structural exit was to stop participating. Silence was not an admission. It was refusal to engage with a system designed to punish engagement. Wicked production timing became relevant context. Filming began December 2022. Ariana separated from Dalton January 2023. Ethan's separation timing remained unspecified. The proximity created suspicion. But without statements from Ariana anchoring that proximity, the suspicion remained unconfirmed speculation. Speculation without confirmation loses energy. Why silence is misread as guilt but functions as strategic withdrawal. In traditional media environments, silence was interpreted as having something to hide. Innocence demanded defense. But digital media environments operate on different mechanics. Every statement is content. Content generates engagement. Engagement generates algorithmic amplification. Amplification extends the cycle. Silence breaks that chain. It removes the subject from the information flow. Audiences cannot engage with absence. They need material. Without material, they seek it elsewhere. Attention shifts. The controversy fades not because it was resolved, but because it was starved of the only thing it needs to survive. Response.